Are we recording? Okay, so welcome to the start of a new SD card. If you caught the end of the last SD card, I was in the middle of unboxing this ddHiFi collaboration, which I didn't take out of the box. I was just the bag. I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I got the box, and it's gonna be the final thing. I was talking about how much I love my new collabs that are all might be coming out. Nice wallpaper, and then the battery died. So this is a ddHiFi collab. It's not gonna have a name. Oh wait, maybe it does have a name. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Anyway, so what this comes with, let's see if any are in this front pocket. This is a ddHiFi bag, which are always ridiculously well built. I'm not a huge fan of this front pocket because you really have to like this lip that's protecting it and hiding the zipper is a little bit too stiff. It's too well built because it's like a lid. Like you could carry it by this for its whole life, which makes it hard to like get into the zippered area. I guess if you pushed it down like that, you could get into the zippered area. I hate when things are too well built. Like it's even got the ddHiFi plastic little zipper adjustments. I feel like they need to make this overhang less or give you more space in there. It's also got these weird, like I actually don't know. I don't think I've used this particular bag. So, oh, that's just an opening. Hold on, we've got paper in there. I know what all right, so basically what they've told me about with this bag, and the reason they wanted to include this with my collab, because let me show you the collab. Let me show you what the collab is. Because the bag is part of the collab, but it really isn't. But it is. Get everything fucking out of here. Get rid of your silica packets. Don't let your cats eat that. Okay, so we've got a big inner bag here. And I think we have two front and rear. Yes, you could actually have two DAPs in here, depending on how big an asshole you are. So I do have a big old DAP over here. It's cooked up just as far unveiled. And so you could just drop this son of a bitch in there and then just strap around it. This one makes it a little bit more difficult because it's there, but that. Now you have exposure. It's not in the closed space. You could do that in the front as well. So you could do a second DAP, or I guess a small firearm. You've got your front pouch, which you could use for adapters and wires and ear tips and things, even though I might, see, they're not gonna change the bag for me, but it's there. And then you've got the main inside space, which is big enough for my fist, with a nice piece of leather on the rubber. I don't know if that's leather or rubber, but it feels resilient. And anyway, this is not the collab. That just holds the collab. Also, it's apparently got like massive like loop daddies on the end to do something. I don't know. And then it's got, you do have a shoulder strap. Such a soft fucking strap. I love ddHiFi stuff. No matter what they make, I've never found a ddHiFi product that isn't just like top tier of anything they do. Look, it even says ddHiFi in the stitching. Holy fuck, it's not one of those generic things, and it's got a real spring-loaded carabiner on it. Oh, man. Oh. So, I go to can jams all the time. And when you go to a can jam, which is where you jam on cans, I have coffee today, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. It's been years, and I've been, for years, refining what you need to bring with you to a can jam to really like test headphones. You need to, you walk into a can jam, Zeos, what do I need? This kit. That bag with a DAP of your choosing that you know the music and you know how the DAP sounds so that you can listen to every headphone and IEM of the show. But you need the opposite. You need an IEM that you know or a headphone that you know so that you can plug in and listen to every amplifier at the show so you know how that sounds. So you need to have your whole audio system, a player and headphones, and you need to have all the adapters required to hook your thing into their things and their thing into your things. And that's what these 5 components are. It's taken me a while. It's probably taken me 10 shows to figure out exactly what I actually need and don't need. And all these parts ddHiFi makes, and most of my setup was already ddHiFi stuff. So now it's just completely ddHiFi stuff. So starting with, and this is probably the least important thing You have one of these and you don't have to spend the money, but you're gonna get these items and that bag for cheaper than it would be for all these items together. Here is a 1/4 inch to 3.5. It's actually lighter. It's not the full machine dum-dum. This is just an aluminum shell, which is fine for the sake of arguments. It's not their original, like, murderously heavy one, but since it's coming in a kit, it's probably better if they save money on this anyway. So you got a 1/4 to 3.5. You probably have that already. This one you probably don't have. In fact, this is officially a cursed adapter. And I would never recommend anyone use one of these for extended periods of time, but for just a show, this is a 1/4 inch to 3.5 adapter, so the opposite of this. So if I do this, it's 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch. If I do this, oh my God, do you feel that? Hold on. Oh, so now it's a 3.5 millimeter extension. So this is important because I can't tell you how many, well, obviously quarter to 3.5 is like, hey, you got this $10,000 tube amp, I'm gonna listen to it on my COS. There's your solution. Here's the opposite. Oh, you've got this portable player, it's only got 3.5 and I only have this 1/4 inch plug on my, whatever, you bring TH900s, then you need this. Now, we need to move over to the balanced world. So this is our converter. This is one of the harder things to find and it's why it's in this kit. And it's a right angle, which I don't mind. So now we've got a 3.5 to 4.4 because this is not an illegal adapter. If you go the other way, it's illegal. You don't want to do illegal. You never want to have a balanced plug and an unbalanced other side of it. It's very particular. A lot of times the pins aren't the same from companies, and if you ground things out, you'll damage something. So bad news bears. But now I can do this. And so now if I have, oh, let me plug into this ancient Rupert Nev console with this 1/4 inch, and bam, I've got a 4.4. It's not balanced, but it's not gonna hurt anything, because like if you get Eris, and Eris only has 4.4, like it does, this adapter will now convert to 3.5, and you can either plug this into the top of my phone, or boom, and now you're in a Rupert Nev console. So boom, that's there. Now we're gonna cover this again, because we're assembling the force structure. Here's one that's probably the least common of all, and it shouldn't be. And again, this is mildly unadvisable because you got a 4.4 balanced into the 4-pin, which means if you have a giant 4-pin plug, it's gonna be on the end of this, and then you're gonna have that. And so if you plug this into the front of a unit on your desk, it's just gonna go and put so much stress on it. So I do not recommend this for long-term use. However, this is a kit to take to shows, to use for short periods of time. So, boom. Now all of a sudden I can plug this 3.5 and that makes it a 1/4 inch, it makes a 1/4 inch to 3.5, 3.5 to 4.4 to 4.4 pin XLR. So we're almost done. We have one left to go. What is it? I know this one's actually probably one of the more standard ones. In fact, I don't have that many of these. I have 250 FIO versions of this that I got for like $5. This one is way nicer. This one's way nicer machining. This is a 4-pin XLR to 4.4. So there's a lot of asshole amplifiers out there, like Valencia, that only have a 4-pin XLR to plug into, and you got your Eris and you want to plug your 4.4 into it, but you can't. Boom, here you go. You plug this into the balance part, it's still balanced. But we plug this into here. We now have the full 5. This can convert anything to anything at an audio show now. If you need to go from balanced to unbalanced, you can't. But if you need to go from unbalanced to balanced, or 4.4, in other words, you can't go from balanced to unbalanced. It's not a thing you can do unless you're very specific adapters. But this direction, these are the 5 key parts that I think you need. And I've always traveled with them like this. There you go. There's your 5 parts. You could take your bag. Please don't drop that off the table. I would probably keep these in the front. Keep the DAP in the back. Drop these sons of bitches in the front. Got the middle for a sandwich or a water bottle. The very front's for condoms. Obviously, everyone gets laid at one of these shows. God, you can't keep the pussy away from me at those shows. I'm joking, it's mostly dudes. Actually, it's dudes with their wives, and they seem to watch my cooking channel a lot. but no one's propositioned me for sex, which is kind of a sad news bears, but you know what? I accept it. This is the go anywhere, do anything show bag. This is it. I would love if they would have put like a custom logo here, like a Z logo here, but you know what? I'll take my percentage for promoting it. If you don't like my channel, fuck it. I don't need to promote like, hey, this is a Zeos collab. It has to have a sticker on it, but not on the back. Just enjoy. I think this is gonna help people when they go to a place. You could buy every one of those parts separately. And if you buy a shittier brand, you could probably get it for around the same price as this collab. But these are no joke ddHiFi things. You pull this out and it's like, hold on, I can make that happen. I can make anything happen now. I am capable of literally fucking anything. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, and I did pick a nice bag for this. It's actually a really good size bag for this. Too bad it doesn't crush down. Because I feel like if you're doing the, like a DAP thing is good. DAP thing's cool, front or back. The inside space, you could either keep the adapters in here or anything you're traveling with in here. I'd probably put my wallet in here or something. Can I drop my phone in? I have a pretty big phone. Ooh, it just doesn't fit a Sony. Can I put the Sony phone in the Velcro section? Hold on. Yeah, I can actually Velcro over it there. Yeah, quality shit. I like to do collabs that even if I haven't done any like innovation, and oh, Zeos, you're not an audio engineer. No, but I know what nice shit is. And if I can gather nice shit and sell them at a reduced price and take a small percentage for allowing the company to promote through me, fuck it, let's do that. You save money, I make money, everybody gets a good quality thing, we're all happy. Anyway, now I gotta throw away all these. These are all so fucking nice bags. You know what, I don't usually keep little bags, but these aren't, somehow ddHiFi hasn't cheaped out on anything, any aspect. Like listen to that close. Like if I need to take like 7 screws for a job somewhere, those are the screws I'm taking. Keep that, pop this out of here. You know what we need on DAPs, and this is gonna date me. Not like date me like Emma Watson would date me. We need inline remote controls. I miss that from the mini disc days. Because if I put this in there, that's grand and all, and I might just let it play and never adjust the volume, or I might want to adjust the volume and change tracks. And if you put a DAP like this in anything, you're just removing it from your whole being. I wonder if it could, you know what? My fucking smartwatch, which I'm not currently wearing, I could put the app on a fucking Hibby player, and then it has controls. The problem is it's hard to get to those controls unless you dig through the menu. So I'm wondering if I can get like a smartwatch, even if it's just a Bluetooth watch, that all it does is physical buttons. I don't even need a screen. Next track, last track, play, pause, volume up, volume down. I wonder if they sell a Bluetooth control for that. I think every crazy fucking audiophile would do that because they'd have their hundreds of dollars worth of DAP tucked away in a bag or a back pocket, and then just like doot, doot, doot. Maybe if they make one that's really special, it could actually send the data of like what song's playing. And that would be like an extra. I'm full of ideas. Coffee makes me full of ideas, but this is like, I know for a fact something like this is like $45 fucking from ddHiFi, which for the quality it is, that's cheap. This is like $40 fucking. I don't even know how much this thing is. Like, I have one on the set I usually take around that's not this brand. It's just a little steel tube, and I feel like it's gonna break immediately. So that's a monster. This actually would let you, does this actually rest? Oh my God, it's perfect height. Look at that. It is a perfect fucking height so that it can't wet. That's nuts. Anyway, okay. I gotta break this in. I gotta hook this up. I gotta show these off. I gotta listen to those. I gotta stop drinking coffee because it's almost 6 o'clock. I have a rule. No coffee after 6. It won't matter. I'll still be up till 3 in the fucking morning. Okay, that broke. I think I might have to be gentle with the camera. I don't want to have to buy another fucking GoPro for unboxings. I don't want to wear, first of all, I don't want to wear a DJI Pocket because the field of view is too narrow and it's too clear and you'll be able to see my address if I like do that. Hero 8 was fine. Hero 9 was what I was using. It was fine. Hero 10, it's getting a little bit too clear, and I don't want to have to like go through with a paint marker in every fucking box that comes across my table. Usually just covering it is fine. But a DJI will be narrower field of view and stabilized, and all the text will be perfectly clear. Like, text sucks on the GoPro. That, fragile. In fact, I gotta take a video of that. That shit's too funny. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool with that. That'll go on Twitter. Luckily, this is just an anime figure, and I doubt they got into the meat of it. Also, this was delivered by my mail lady. She's a great lady. She drives up my driveway when the packages are too big. She's always there. I didn't tip her last Christmas because I just missed out. Plus, I was not feeling in the mood, and my brother just handed me $800 in cash, so it was like, yo, Flo, let's lay down a quick 100. I felt like I'm closing my eyes as if that's going to prevent you from seeing my address. I'm closing. I feel like the Penguin. Penguin's a great show, by the way. I know it's been out for like 2 years as of the taping of this fucking thing. Whoa! This is a not safe for work figure. Very not safe for work. Where the fuck did you come from? Caution. 18. Ape. Insight. High quality, sexy figure. F-I-G-R-E. I don't know what I could actually show you. But, yeah, no, this is very not safe for work. This is why you pay that lady the money, so she keeps her fucking mouth shut. It's hush money. I don't know how far I can go into this, because this is... Look, I have a whole section in my basement. You want to look for it in videos. There's a vertical cabinet, steel, from IKEA, all red with glass shelves. And if you look at my speaker testing arena, like the fireplace and the TV and the speakers, there's a red curtain. And behind the right side red curtain is all the big tower speakers and the subwoofer that I use. And then on the far end, right before it gets to the VR space and the near field desk, you could actually see it better in the near field desk. There's a red cabinet covered with not safe work figures. And then I've got a shower curtain that's like one of those see-through ones that like distorts what things look like, just pulled across with some magnets on it. And all my not safe for work figures are there. Because I want every figure from everything ever. And this one might even be too raunchy for that. So I'll have to figure out a place for extremely nasty anime figures. But occasionally, one's just... they're just too good not to. Oh God, no. Oh no. Here's a bar of soap. You know what? I've never seen one quite wrapped like this. So this is actually pretty interesting. Look at that. Little bubble wraps. I approve of this. I'm just not gonna, oh God. Yeah, no. That's all you get. That's all you get. We're cutting it out. Look at the TV. TV's good and safe. I got to unbox that other amplifier too. All right, moving on.